Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And where we are, we're in DUNBOE, the Presbyterian Church, and that's near Coleraine. And the reason why we're here is because I was ministering here this afternoon. I had ministered first in Ringsend Presbyterian Church and then here at DUNBOE. And we're in the graveyard. I want to show you a few graves. I apologise for the wind, it's very blustery up here. So if you're finding it difficult to make me out, I do apologise. And one of the graves is of the minister, Joseph Gideon Gears, and he was the minister here from 1874 to 1923. And I want to show you an American grave as well, a gentleman who died in Missouri. And the main grave I want to show you is William Henry David Bennett, and he was the son of W. Samuel Bennett of Castle Caulfield in Dungannon. And William was born the 3rd of the 1st, 1890. He died the 15th of the 8th, 1917. But he was killed in action at just the age of 27. Now, he was born in Monaghan, and he served for 5 years with the Royal Irish Constabulary. And he emigrated to Canada, and he was serving in Belfast just prior to his emigration. Now, he married a girl called Ida Kathleen Millen in Trinity Presbyterian Church in Bangor, County Down. And as I say, they emigrated to Canada, where he worked as a relief clerk, and he was working with the Canadian Pacific Railway at the outbreak of the war, First World War. And so he offered his services to the 5th Royal Highlanders of Canada, the militia, for 15 months. Excuse me. Now, he's seen considerable fighting, and since January 1915, he saw considerable fighting. In fact, in April of that year, he was severely wounded, and he was taken to hospital suffering from a rifle wound which penetrated his thigh and his abdomen. Now, this is the first grave I'm going to show you. And this is the minister who I mentioned. And of course, he was the minister of this church. Now, it's very hard to read the inscription, so I'm not even going to try to read it out to you. But it's the Reverend Joseph Gideon Gears, minister from 1874 to 1923 of the church here. So he was the minister here between 1874 and 1923 at 2nd DUNBOE Presbyterian Church. And I'm going to show you now the grave of the soldier who I mentioned. And after he was healed, he returned to France in 1915 and back to the front line. And this is the grave here. Now, he's not actually buried here, he's buried in France, but this is part of his wife's family, and so he's mentioned on the grave. So he is. So I'll read a wee bit of this out to you. And it says, in loving memory of Thomas Millen, Ballyweldrick, I think that is, who died the 1st of May 1908, aged 61, I think that is, I'm not sure. And his wife Martha, who died 5th of October 1912, aged 68 years, I think that is, or 66, I'm not sure. And then also their son John. But then it goes on to say their son-in-law, and this is the gentleman here, Captain W.H. Bennett, killed in action in France 15th of August 1917, aged 27 years, and his wife Ida K. Bennett, who died 16th of January 1938, aged 51 years. So that's the gentleman there. He's not buried here, of course, but he is remembered on his wife's family headstone. And as I say, he was killed in action on the 15th of August 1917 at the age of 27 years while serving with the 13th Battalion of the Canadian Infantry. And as I say, he's buried in a cemetery in France. So this is another grave I want to show you here. This is the last one, and it's got an American connection here. It says, in loving memory of George McAfee, who died at Kessel Row, 29th of September 1899. Also William, who died in Missouri, USA, 20th of January 1896. And then the rest of the writing's hard to make out. So there you go, a bit of a Missouri connection here as well with 2nd DUNBOE. So thanks for watching, and God bless.